Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the July 15th, 2026 Board of Commissioners Legislative Meeting. It is currently, what time is it? 7:36. Thank you. We're going to start as we always do with the Pledge of Allegiance, and Commissioner Norris is going to lead us. Okay, thank you, Commissioner Norris. Manager Elliott, would you please call the roll?
Yes, good evening. Commissioner Arman,
Present.
Commissioner Brockington,
Here.
Commissioner Cherico,
Here.
Commissioner Lewis,
Here.
Commissioner Norris,
Here.
Commissioner Stein,
Here.
and Commissioner Jeremy Walls.
Here.
Everyone's here.
All right, thank you, everybody. We have a very exciting Mr. Diazio.
Yes, and I hope that will be the highlight of the agenda this evening. So thank you. Good evening. The board has met in executive session 3 times since the last legislative meeting. The board met on July 1st, 2026 to discuss the filling of the chief of police position. The board met on July 8th, 2026 to discuss the filling of the township manager position. And then the board also met on July 13th, 2026 to discuss matters of collective bargaining related to the bargaining agreements that are expiring. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Diazio. Moving on to item number 4, public comment on agenda items. This is the time when anyone in the public may provide comment on any agenda item that they see this evening. Just a note that there will be other opportunities for public comment on individual items that we'll be voting on, and then certainly at Citizens Forum. So with that, I will open public comment on agenda items. If anyone here in the hall has an item that they would like to speak to that's on the agenda, please come up to the podium and be recognized, and then we'll move to the Zoom thereafter. Well, welcome, Ms. Houghton.
Hey.
Please state your name and where the part of the township where you live.
Darlene Melton, a resident of Lamont on 1829 Chelsea Road. I just had a simple question on, I believe it's item 11 for the public hearing. The comprehensive plan. My only question, because I've been to them before, is that when I went down where it said, look at the attachment, I didn't see an actual copy of the map. I know it's somewhere in there, but I just didn't see a copy of the map for myself and other residents just to say, oh, no, this is where my house is going to be.
Thank you, Ms. Melton.
Okay.
Well, have a seat, and we'll track down the answer for you.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, Ms. Manager Elliott, can you direct Ms. Melton and the public to where the map could be found?
Yes, absolutely. My apologies. The link to the comprehensive plan did not make it to the agenda, but it is on our website. It's a very, very large document. So if you go to cheltenhampa.gov/comprehensive plan, you should be able to find the whole document.
Trust and believe I did. I saw where there was a posting for the 2005 and some other meeting notes about 2001. I just didn't see. And I'll go back home and check where the current one for now is, okay? But I just want to know.
I'd be happy to walk you through it when you have a chance.
I'll call you. I might have to leave early, that's why I came.
Thank you, Ms. Melton. Yeah. All right. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Pam Albright. I live at 7511 Brookfield Road in Melrose Park. And first, I want to give you a little bit of background of what I'm going to talk about. I imagine you all know that there were 3 recent killings by ICE actions in the last 2 weeks. First was...
Ma'am, I'm sorry. And the item?
Well, yes, yeah, I'm getting to it. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I promise I'm getting to it. Lorenzo Salgado Arujo, 52, was shot and killed by ICE agents on July 7th in Houston, Texas. Owan Sebastian Guerrero, age 25, was shot and killed in his vehicle in Biddeford, Maine on the 13th, on Monday. And then yesterday in St. Augustine, Florida, a 28-year-old man was hit by a semi-truck fleeing ICE officers after leaving his vehicle. And with all that happening, Trump is now saying, first they said they were going to hold off on vehicle stops with ICE, but now Trump says they should continue because this is a very important way of getting the criminals. And of course, there's the Haitians with the TPS situation. And with this backdrop, I wanted to thank all of you in the township commissioners and our finance officer, Malcolm Pitts, for your stated agreement to divest from Citizens Bank accounts. I mean, the situation is getting more and more dire, and Citizens Bank is financing the groups such as Geo Group and Core Civic, who are running a lot of these prison/detention centers. So I just wanted to thank you so much for your willingness to go ahead and divest from those accounts. I also wanted to just let you know that a city in New Jersey, first of all, Jersey City, I'm sure you all know, has agreed to divest from Citizens Bank. Also last night, Montclair, New Jersey, who's very similar to our demographics, around more or less the same number of people in that township, and a diverse population, very similar demographics. They just unanimously voted for a resolution to also divest from Citizens Bank. So we're in good company, and I think we can try to lead the way for other communities in this area and in our Commonwealth as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you for additional public comment on this agenda. I'm going to ask that you speak to actual agenda items. If you want to talk about something that's not on the agenda, there is an opportunity to do that at the end at Citizens Forum. So that was not an agenda item. But nevertheless, that's fine. We appreciate your comments. And any other public comment on agenda items here in the hall? Okay. I'm going to move to Zoom. I see Mr. Platt. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. And I'm speaking to specifically agenda item 10. Hopefully I'm not jumping the gun, but I just want to be amongst the first of many in our township to welcome our new Township Manager, John Altshul, to our township. As a resident of our storied and beautiful township, and as an active participant in our civic community through my involvement in the EAC and the Shade Tree Advisory Commission, I know that you are fortunate to have many assets that'll help you in your role, not the least of which is a committed board of commissioners, but also a group of excellent and dedicated township employees and residents who want nothing but your success and the township's continuing improvements. So with that, welcome aboard and best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate those comments. I'm sure Mr. Altshul does as well. Any other comments, public comment on agenda items? All right. Seeing none, we will close item number 4, move on to item number 5, approval of the Board of Commissioners regular meeting minutes dated June. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It looks like a hand went up just as I was closing public comment. Amy? Where'd she go? Did I lose her? Okay. Amy, you put your hand down. I'll give you one more chance. Amy?
Can you hear me?
Now we could hear you.
Okay, yeah. I don't have a comment. I just I actually just got back into town, and I wanted to maybe have more discussion before you vote on the pool related item, because I don't really understand what the entities are involved. So, and also I looked at the last planning commission meeting, I believe it was, where someone said that they just got a letter about it and they would look at the letter and they would discuss it in future meetings. So I'm not really sure if this should be voted on tonight or not. So that's my only comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you please state your full name for the?
Oh
for
yeah,
the
Amy
minutes?
Freed. I'm in 14 Landfair Road.
Thank you. Okay. Looking to see if there's any other public comment before we move on to item 5. Okay, seeing none, we will now move on to item number 5, approval of the Board of Commissioners regular meeting minutes dated June 17th, 2026. I will so move. Any comments or questions from the board? Seeing none from the public. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 6, acceptance of the executive summary financial report for the period ending May 2026. And I will move that acceptance. Comments or questions from my colleagues on the board? All right, from the public? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 7, acceptance of the accounts paid report for the period ending May 2026. And I so move. Comments or questions from the board? All right, from the public? All right, with that, I will move for acceptance of the accounts paid report for the period ending May 2026. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. All right, item number 8, one of the highlights of this evening. I'd like to just take a moment to recognize, well, let me tell you what the agenda item is. We are going to be presenting a resolution honoring our Chief Slavin upon his retirement from Cheltenham Township Police Department after 37 years of dedicated service. And I just want to say that on behalf of the residents, the board, I'm sure the department and other staff, we just really appreciate everything that you have done for our community, for the department, for all of us. You and your department and your leadership has touched just about everybody in this township at one point or another. And it really has always been a point of pride, the leadership that you exhibited within the police department. And it's just really an honor to be a member of the Board of Commissioners and to be able to work with you. So it is very, very much appreciated, all the work that you've done throughout Chief Slavin's distinguished career, and especially as chief. He has led with integrity, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to public safety. His steady leadership, compassion, and devotion to this township have earned the respect of his fellow officers, our residents, and this board. And on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the entire Cheltenham community, we all extend our deepest gratitude to your remarkable service. And we're going to have you come up in a minute, and we're going to present you with the proclamation and recognition of your outstanding career and lasting contributions to this township. But I'm sure some of my colleagues probably have some comments that they want to make as well before we do that. Yeah.
I just want to thank you for your 37 years of dedicated service, but more personally for the time you were willing to donate to me over the last 6 to 9 months to making me feel comfortable in coming into this role. It's really much appreciated and something that I'll be able to use going forward, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Chief, I just want to thank you for your service to the entire community. You should be very proud of the service that you've provided to Cheltenham. And also, it's important to add our thanks to your family for sharing your time with us.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Brockton.
Chief, I want to thank you for being my friend. And I think you've been a friend to everybody that's up here, but you've also been a friend to our residents here. Like Commissioner Nars, I want to thank your family for sharing. And I want to thank you for you and I being pit dads. We're very proud. We talk about that all the time. We're pit dads. Okay, but Chief, I really want to thank you for what you've done, but to your family, thank you guys also.
Chief, you will be sorely missed over the past 2.5 years. It's been an honor to serve on this board with you as chief. We get a lot of complaints about a lot of things, but I don't think I've ever fielded a complaint about the chief. And so I think that says a lot, and I really appreciate you, and I wish you all the best in your retirement.
Greetings, Chief. Yes, we have never heard anything negative about you, unlike some other folks. But that's a tribute to your courage, your wisdom, your extraordinary commitment to this township. And frankly, you're one of a kind, and it's going to be tough to uphold the standard that you have set for Cheltenham Township. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Commissioner Sharmi Walls.
I'm so sorry that I'm not there in person this evening to extend my appreciation and also congratulations on retirement. I join everyone else in thanking your family for the incredible time that they've allowed you to spend with all of us. And also, you know, as someone who's lived in the township for a lot longer than I've been a commissioner, it really is incredible how positive all of the community members feel about you and the entire police force. So thank you for your leadership and your time. We're gonna miss you a lot.
Thank you. All right. Well, Chief, you want to come up and we'll read the proclamation? You're welcome to bring your family up as well if you like. Hold it. Sure. Hi, everybody. So we look at that frame, right? Yeah. So I am I don't want to put my back to anyone. We are honored to present this resolution of the Board of Commissioners at Cheltenham Township. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Township, with immense appreciation and respect, we honor Chief John Slavin upon his retirement after 37 years of dedicated service to the Cheltenham Township Police Department. And whereas Chief Slavin began his exemplary first responder career as a volunteer firefighter in his youth and served as Montgomery County Deputy Sheriff from 1985 to 1988, and Rockledge Borough Police Officer from 1985 to 1989, before joining Cheltenham Township Police Department on July 31st, 1989. And whereas throughout his 37-year tenure, Chief Slavin worked dutifully across a variety of ranks and assignments, distinguishing himself as a patrol officer with 18 years as a canine handler and achieving the ranks of corporal in 2004, sergeant in 2005, and lieutenant in 2015. Eventually serving as commanding officer for each of the department's divisions. And whereas Chief Slavin spent 9 years leading the community policing unit, developing invaluable community programs that fostered critical, positive bonds between law enforcement officers and township residents based on mutual trust and transparency, something he did all the way up to his last day of service. Whereas Chief Slavin's exceptional leadership was further demonstrated through his graduation from the FBI Law Enforcement Development Association's Executive Development Course, Northwestern University's School of Police Staff and Command Training, and the prestigious FBI National Academy. And whereas in the fall of 2021, Chief Slavin was appointed acting chief of police, leading the department with stability through a vital transition period before being permanently appointed to the 11th chief of the Cheltenham Township Police Department on July 20th, 2022. And whereas Chief Slavin successfully championed advanced law enforcement standards, steering the department through its rigorous Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association reaccreditation process, and believing the department's greatest strength lies in its personnel and the relationships they build. And whereas Chief Slavin's law enforcement acumen, foundational values, and community-first approach have left an indelible legacy of professionalism, everybody agrees, a legacy of professionalism and integrity that will shape the Cheltenham Township Police Department for generations. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners at Cheltenham Township, duly convened in its regular session this 15th day of July, does hereby express their deepest gratitude and heartfelt appreciation to Chief Slavin for his impressive career and wishes him good fortune in all his future endeavors, and further directed that this resolution be spread in full upon the minutes of this meeting and that a copy thereof be presented to you, Chief Slavin. Thank you very much. Hey, oops. All right, we're gonna have more pictures, but we have another gift for you from the township. This was just a small memento. It's not that small, but it's a small memento of our gratitude for your dedicated service. This was actually designed and built by one of our township employees. It's just our honor to present it to you tonight. Yeah,
nice.
thank you.
Very much.
Hopefully you've been working out because it's
Find a good spot behind the bar, Chris.
That's right, exactly.
I'm gonna need
Yeah.
some help.
Get some pictures there.
Very nice, thank you.
So I want to take the opportunity to give some flowers to the real chief. To the real chief. Again, we want to thank you for all that you have done and allowing us to be. So I just wanted to give these to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hail the pig, right?
And we're going to pause to get some pictures with everybody. And just to, I just want to acknowledge our employee who prepared that beautiful plaque is Ron Donnelly, who works for the township, and he's done other projects for the township. If you've seen the flag in the township building, he's done that as well. And now you have that to commemorate your service as well. Thank you, Chief.
Just steal the mic for 1 second.
Yeah, please.
Thank these guys, thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for this recognition. This is very nice. Deeply appreciate it. I'd like to thank the officers who are here tonight. Chief Smith from Lower Moreland, my staff and friends here. Thank you for being here. I'd like to thank the township staff for always having my back and helping us, deliver when things needed to get done. I appreciate all the help we had. I would like to thank the board for your confidence and trust that you placed in me as chief. To lead the organization. You have a great police department. You have some great men and women here. Some of the finest people I know are members of this department. So you're in good hands. We have a great place. I'll always be here for Cheltenham if I ever need it for anything. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for everything. Thank you.
It's sort of anticlimactic, but we actually have to vote on the resolution now. So I will, it's my honor to move the adoption of the resolution honoring Chief Slavin upon his retirement from Cheltenham Township Police Department after 37 years of dedicated service. All in favor, say aye.
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 Let's get one more round of applause for Chief Slavin. All right. Sadly, we have to move on, but also another exciting agenda item. Item number 9, presentation of a resolution honoring Kevin Feiner for 50 years of dedicated service to the Elkins Park Fire Company. Is Mr. Feiner here? Yeah. Come on up. We're gonna present the resolution, and then we'll vote on it just like we did with Chief Slavin. All right.
Mr. Feiner, you must have started when you was 10 years old.
That's right. So it is my honor to present Mr. Feiner a resolution from the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township. Here, when we come over here, so we're not. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, Montgomery County, with immense appreciation and respect, honors Kevin Feiner for 50 years of outstanding volunteer service with the Elkins Park Fire Company. And whereas Kevin Feiner officially became a member of the Elkins Park Fire Company on July 6, 1976, Kevin has held nearly every operational position within the fire company, including engineer, lieutenant, captain, assistant chief, and deputy chief. And he's also held every administrative position within the department: president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. Whereas Kevin's a multi-recipient of the company's Legacy Firefighter of the Year Award and its President's Award, and has also received the Richard Hesselbacher Award and the company's highest honor, named for a former Elkins Park Fire Company chief and Cheltenham Township Assistant Fire Marshal. Throughout his 50-year tenure, Kevin has exemplified the highest ideals of the fire service, answering countless calls for service, braving hazardous conditions, and dedicating his time, expertise, and energy to saving lives and property, including notably a 2001 water rescue that gained national attention. Whereas his long-term devotion represents a lifetime of volunteerism and an unwavering commitment to public service, contributing to a safer, stronger community. And whereas Kevin's impact extends far beyond calls for service, as his presence and leadership at training nights has provided sound guidance and a profound example of dedication for future generations of firefighters. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Cheltenham Township, duly convened in regular session this 15th day of July, do hereby officially commend and congratulate Kevin Feiner on this incredible milestone of 50 years of service with the Elkins Park Fire Company. We really appreciate all your service. Thank you. All right. While the podium's getting set back up, I will move for adoption of the resolution honoring Kevin Feiner for 50 years of dedicated service to the Elkins Park Fire Company. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And I think he may have left, but let's give him one more round of applause anyway. We're just getting our video screen set up again. Bear with us for a second. All right. Moving right along, item number 10. It really is an honor to address this agenda item. Just a couple of points of personal privilege. Over the past several months, the Board of Commissioners undertook a thoughtful and comprehensive search for Cheltenham Township's next manager, guided by input from our residents, staff, and amongst the commissioners. That process led us to Jonathan Altshul, an accomplished local government leader with a strong record of financial stewardship, organizational leadership, and a track record for delivering results in the communities where he has served. Jonathan's led municipalities both in Connecticut and Pennsylvania, and his experience, professionalism, and commitment to public service made him stand out throughout this process. We are excited to welcome him back to Southeast Pennsylvania, and we believe he is the right person to help lead Cheltenham into its next chapter. So it is my honor to move the appointment of Jonathan Altshul as Township Manager and Board Secretary, effective as of September 8th, 2026, to serve until January 3rd, 2028. That's just the term. He's not leaving after that, hopefully. Pursuant to Section 701 of the Cheltenham Township Home Rule Charter, subject to receipt and satisfactory review of the Township of Mr. Altshul's in-progress pre-employment screening reports. So there's a motion on the table. Looks like we lost some video. The Zoom's still good? Okay. Are there any comments or questions about this agenda item from the board before we vote?
I just wanted to say that I was privileged to be part of the search team for this process, and I want to thank Nicole Beckett, who I see is on the Zoom from the Minor Center, for her guidance and expertise in getting us to this moment. And I'm just truly looking forward to working with Mr. Altshul starting in September.
Thank you, Commissioner Stein. Just for everyone's reference, led by Nicole Beckett from the Manor Center, the search committee included Commissioners Stein, Commissioner Cherico, and Commissioner Lewis, who all of us are grateful for their dedicated work on this process. So thank you all. All right. So with that, all in favor of the motion to appoint Jonathan Altshul as Township Manager and Board Secretary, effective as of September 8th, 2026, say aye.
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 Thank you. I think that deserves a round of applause as well. And Mr. Altshul, if you're interested, you're welcome to come up and say a few words of introduction to the community.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. It's obviously a unique honor to serve in this capacity as your next township manager. I first came to Cheltenham just to visit friends, I think in 2010. Immediately was enchanted. Always sort of in the times that I visited over the last 16 years or so, always sort of thought this feels like home. Something about the people, something about the architecture, something about the overall vibe. I never could put my finger on it. And I'm really honored to be appointed this position. I think it's going to be a really fun experience for myself professionally. And I look forward to supporting your work as commissioners. I look forward to working with this very committed team of staff, of township staff. But most importantly, I look forward to working with the 38,000 some odd residents of the township. You're the reason we're here. You're the reason we do this job. You're the reason we love public service. In this role, a lot of the times we have to say no, and that's sometimes difficult. But at the same time, it's important that we listen. It's important that we try to reach consensus. It's important that we create a team and we create a community and we speak as one voice to the extent that we can. And I hope, there'll be in local government, there's many times it's one step forward, three steps back, and that'll happen over and over again. But I look forward to trying to roll the ball up the hill to make Cheltenham a better place over the course of my tenure. And I look forward to working with everybody in this room, everybody on Zoom, and everybody within the boundaries of the township. So thank you again.
Thank you very much. All right. Moving on to item number 11, we have a public hearing to receive any and all comments and suggestions from the public regarding the adoption of Cheltenham Township's new comprehensive plan pursuant to Article 3, Section 302 of the Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code. Before I turn it over to Mr. Diazio for the public hearing, I just want to say that this agenda item is the consideration of the culmination of an extensive public process reflecting the input of residents, stakeholders, the Planning Commission, township staff, commissioners, and it provides a long-term vision to guide future decisions on land use, transportation, housing, economic development, sustainability, parks, and investment. Its reach is the work that went into it was extremely extensive over many years. There are too many people to thank for their hard work on this, and it really is the culmination of just tons of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this. And so for everybody who was involved, we thank you. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Diazio to commence the public hearing. We have a court reporter here taking the hearing down. Mr. Diazio?
Thank you, Commissioner Arman. If you could ask for a motion and take a vote to open the public hearing.
So I will move to open the public hearing. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, thank you for that. The public hearing is now open. As Commissioner Arman stated a moment ago, the purpose of tonight's public hearing is to receive any and all comments and suggestions from the public regarding the adoption of the Cheltenham Township new comprehensive plan pursuant to Article 3, Section 302 of the Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code. As Commissioner Arman noted, there are a number of individuals and entities that participated and had a role in getting us to this evening. I just do want to note for the record, we have Chloe and Adam here from who are our representatives to the Planning Commission, and we get a lot of good support from them. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your continued support of the township. Before we open it up to public input, I do have a number of exhibits that I need to read into the record. I apologize in advance. There are 20 of them this evening. So let's begin. Public hearing dated July 15th, 2026. Exhibit list. Exhibit number 1 is the comprehensive plan. Exhibit number 2 is the resolution for adoption of the comprehensive plan. Exhibit number 3 is a legal notice. Exhibit number 4 is proof of publication for the legal notices that were published in the Times Herald on Saturday, June 27th, 2026, and Saturday, July 4th, 2026. Exhibit 5 is the posting of the legal notice on the bulletin board at the Township Administration Building and the Township website dated June 26th, 2026. Exhibit 6 is the Cheltenham Township Planning Commission review dated February 23rd, 2026. Exhibit 7 is the recommendation to advertise by the Building and Zoning Committee dated March 4th, 2026. Exhibit 8 is the authorization to advertise a public hearing by the Board of Commissioners dated March 18th, 2026. Exhibit 9 is a recommendation for adoption by the Building and Zoning Committee dated July 1st, 2026. Exhibit 10 is the Abington Township request for review and comment dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 11 is the City of Philadelphia request for review and comment, also dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 12 is the City of Philadelphia review letter dated July 1st, 2026. Exhibit 13 is the Cheltenham School District request for review and comment dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 14 is the Jenkintown Borough request for review and comment dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 15 is the Montgomery County Planning Commission request for review and comment dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 16 is the Montgomery County Planning Commission confirmation of submission dated May 6th, 2026. Exhibit 17 is the Montgomery County Planning Commission review letter dated June 23rd, 2026. Exhibit 18 is the Springfield Township request for review and comment dated May 5th, 2026. Exhibit 19 is comments from Mary Gilbali dated April 9th, 2026. And Exhibit 20 is comments from Tyler Simpson dated February 17th, 2026. So all of those exhibits will be entered into the record for tonight's public hearing. At this time, if there are individuals in the hall or on Zoom that wish to make comment on the comprehensive plan, now would be your opportunity to either raise your hand if you're on Zoom or step forward if you're here in the hall, and you'll be given an opportunity to provide your comment. So we'll start here in the hall. If anyone is here in the hall to offer comment, you can step forward to the podium. All right, seeing no comment here in the hall, we'll turn to Zoom. And Mr. Plout, it looks like you are first up here. If you could just again identify yourself by name and the area of the township where you reside, you'll then be given an opportunity to provide your comment. And if you can just speak as loudly and clearly as you can for our court reporter, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Jeffrey Plout. I'm resident of Elkins Park on Fairview Road. My comment tonight is about, I guess you'd find it on page 111 of the comprehensive plan, in particular, the second bullet. And it's brief, so I'll read it and then I'll make a comment about it, and should be done in a couple minutes. So thank you for your time tonight, and thank you for taking input on this wonderful plan. And hopefully it's more than a plan. It's something that you actually use as a roadmap to implement and preserve the assets of the township. So this bullet is preserve and improve the tree canopy for improvements to air quality, carbon sequestration, increased property values, attractive commercial districts, stormwater management, public health, temperature reduction in developed neighborhoods. So as a member of the Shade Tree Advisory Commission, I've seen several developments that are either governed by our township's saldo or should be. The township and commissioners will be faced in the future and have been faced in the past with protecting the township from the loss of its tree canopy and the decisions it has made and will be making in the near future. In the case of the Pitcairn development, for example, you'll be deciding on the potential loss of over 100 significant shade trees. I believe the Saldo's rules should apply, but a definition open to interpretation will come before you that denies that it does so. It is up to you to use your conscience and this comprehensive guide to guide you as to what your priorities should be. And in my opinion, and as stated in this comprehensive guide, the priorities should be protection of the tree canopy. So please keep that in mind. The Saldo's design was designed to help us protect our tree canopy, but it'll be up to you to make sure it's applied as intended. I urge you to either join us at a stack meeting to discuss the particulars of some of the more significant tree preservation opportunities, or reach out to us individually, including me, to discuss the issues and opportunities for you to make our canopy a continuation of your legacy of treasuring what's important to our township. Some things specifically that I think you should do that are an extension of what this plan is designed to guide you to do is understand and help to enforce and update the Saldo, and in particular its tree protection provisions. They're in desperate need of updating. There are conflicting elements in the Saldo that end up benefiting developers to the detriment of the township. This is an urgent matter. It's been delayed for years, and it needs urgent attention. Ask developers to help the township preserve and grow our tree canopy through fair and appropriate tree replacement and fair and accurate fee in lieu when it's appropriate, so that the township can build and create a fund, a tree canopy support fund, to which fees in lieu can be dedicated so that it can replace trees that justifiably need to be removed by developers. This tree fund could also take contributions from the residents, as well as charitable organizations and grants. You can help us remain one of the more verdant and tree townships in this area. Please make it one of your priorities to do so. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication.
Thank you, Mr. Plout. Is there anyone else on the Zoom that has any comments this evening? I don't see any on Zoom. I think I do see one individual approaching here in the hall.
Thank you. Randy Libros from Brookfield Road. I realize I'm coming a little late to the discussion. I'm just really starting to read the plan. I'm really impressed with a lot of the ideas and foresight that is in there. I was looking specifically at the section on land use, and I noticed that under the goals, it talks about updating the zoning code and specifically mentions data centers as part of the, part of what we need to pay attention to. And so I want to, I'd like to understand like how that's going to be addressed, that there are, I mean, I don't think Cheltenham is in danger of having like these hyperscale data centers. I don't think that's an issue, but I have seen, some of the sort of model ordinances that have been developed that talk, and some talk about data centers should only be allowed in industrial areas. Some say industrial or commercial. And so I think there needs to be some clarity about what direction we're going with that. I think there needs to be clarity around noise issues and setbacks and, barriers and things like that. I'll leave it at that. And I actually have the model ordinance from the Food and Water Watch group that I'd like to share.
Sure. You can leave this with the secretary here.
We actually met with a lawyer from the Clean Air Council who specifically recommended this as a good model for where to go. And, I think we'd like to understand what is the best way for us to engage. I don't know if it's with the board as a whole or the zoning committee or what's the best way for us to engage to, see how this develops further.
Thank you. This is just a comment period.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Ed Jones. I live on Cadwallader Avenue. And mine's just a brief follow-up on my friend Randy's comments. One of the things that's particularly interesting for me as I was looking into this, because I've been concerned about data centers for about as long as the general public has. In other words, not that long. But what's really interesting is that there's two kind of basic different reasons why to be really concerned about it, about data centers. One is the obvious one that people are talking about, and that has to do with the way that our electricity and water costs have gone up tremendously. And part of that, certainly the electricity part, has to do with the data centers. But I guess the larger issue in some ways has to do with the environmental impact in a larger kind of way. For example, having to do with pollution, having to do with greenhouse gas emissions. The amount of resources that are necessary to create these data centers is extraordinary. And as Randy was saying, these gigantic data centers are not going to be targeted. They're not going to be targeting this town, but we still want to be concerned. And so, and because we don't have the protection from the governor has been very concerned about pushing data center development. He has not been as concerned about the consequences that can come from data centers. And so when we've been talking to people like the Food and Water Watch lawyer and also Devi Rankassoon from Montgomery County's Department of Sustainability, they talk about how working on the level of this township level is the way to go. It's because zoning allows us to make sure not that they won't come, but they will come in the way that we want them to come. We won't have to worry about water pollution. We won't have to worry about the air pollution. We won't have to worry about the noise of generators pounding, these diesel generators that can make so much noise. So as we go into this, I'm hoping, I was one of those who was, as you might remember, because I showed up here a couple of times, I was working with a group of people on the immigrant welcome policy. And our experience working with the commissioners was so positive. And I was sorry that I wasn't able to say something right now to the chief, because when Chief Slavin spoke up about his dedication to helping everyone in this community, including immigrants, I felt like, okay, it's going to happen. We're going to be able to protect immigrants. So I'm hoping that whatever way makes sense for us to be helpful in this process, I hope that you'll be able to welcome us. We would certainly welcome the opportunity to be able to contribute in some way. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else here in the hall for comment on the comprehensive plan? All right. Seeing no one approaching and seeing no other hands raised on Zoom, we can close the public comment period. If there is board discussion, you can have board discussion at this time. Otherwise, a motion to close the public hearing would be in order.
Any comments or questions from the board on the proposed resolution? Comments, discussion on the record? Okay. I will then move to close the public hearing. Comments or questions on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. And thank you to our court reporter.
Yes. So we have so I will then move, now that the public hearing is closed, I will move for approval of the resolution adopting Cheltenham Township's new comprehensive plan pursuant to Article 3, Section 302 of the Pennsylvania Municipalities Planning Code. Any comments or questions beyond what we've already heard? All right, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to our court reporter. Yeah. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting if you like, but moving then on to item number 12. Public Works Committee met on July 1st. Commissioner Lewis is the chair of that committee, and I believe there are a couple of items for our attention. Commissioner Lewis?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Public Works Committee did meet on July 1st. And we have 4 action items to vote on tonight. 12A, I move for the adoption of a resolution granting conditional approval and associated waivers for CTDA 26-02 preliminary and final land development application for 1313 Ashbourne Road, Elkins Park, PA 19027. Subdividing a vacant 14,450 square foot lot in the R3 residential zoning district into 2 7,225 square feet lots and constructing a single family detached dwelling on each lot. Before we vote, Mr. President, I just have 3 comments before we check in with the board.
Please.
One, the proposal does include replacing all of the trees. And for those that the property can't accommodate, they have agreed to provide a fee in lieu of the trees. I also want to make note that Commissioner Walls at this meeting, which was music to my ears and I'm sure others, informed us that the residents have been engaged during the entire process and are excited about this project. So that's good news. With that, Mr. President, I'll turn it over to you.
So we have a motion on the table to adopt the resolution. Are there other comments or questions from anyone on the board? All right, from the public? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of adopting the resolution granting conditional approval and associated waivers for CTDA 26-02, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Commissioner Lewis.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. I move that we approve the concurrence of the 2026-2027 Montgomery County Consortium of Communities Vehicle Fuel Contract awarded by the Upper Merion Township Board of Supervisors on June 11, 2026 to SI, is that SI or SJ? SJ Fuel South Company, Inc. of Barrington, New Jersey for the period of September 1st, 2026 to August 31st, 2027. Mr. President?
Any comments or questions from the board on this motion? We had some extensive conversation at the committee meeting. Any comments or questions from the public? All right, seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
C, I move to authorize township staff to coordinate with the township engineer to complete survey work, prepare plans, and obtain informal contractor quotes for the Valley Road storm sewer repair between O York Road and North 12th Street. Mr. President?
We have a motion on the table. Any comments or questions from the board? No? All right. Anything from the public? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor of authorizing township staff to coordinate with the engineer to complete the survey work, et cetera, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
D, I move to authorize township staff to coordinate with the township engineer to obtain the required permits and informal quotes for temporary stabilization repairs to the High School Road retaining wall. Mr. President?
Comments or questions there? All right. Seeing none, from the public? Long-awaited progress here. All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 Seeing no more action items for Public Works, I move to accept the Public Works Committee meeting minutes dated July 1st, 2026. Mr. President?
Any comments or questions on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Moving on to item number 13, the Building and Zoning Committee met, also on July 1st. We have one item to bring before the board. Item 13A, approval of a ground lease between Cheltenham Township as the landlord and Melrose Pool LLC, the tenant, for the purpose of the tenant constructing certain improvements, including but not limited to swimming pools, a pool house, and related amenities on a property owned by the township pursuant to the terms of the ground lease. I'm just going to have Mr. Diazio give a very brief overview. We had some discussion about this at the committee meeting, but Mr. Diazio, if you would just lend some clarity to what it is that we'll be voting on this evening.
Sure, thank you. So yes, there was some discussion on this item at the Building and Zoning Committee meeting a few weeks back. But this agreement that you're approving this evening or considering this evening is a lease agreement with Melrose Pool LLC. There's a parcel of land on the site of the former Melrose Country Club that the township now owns because it was donated to the township by the developer. That parcel of land is the location where there will be a pool complex, which will consist of 3 pools and a pool house. The developer will actually be constructing those improvements as part of the development of the of the overall property, and the township will have the ability under this lease agreement to then purchase the pool at the end of the construction. So this evening, what the board is doing is entering into that lease agreement with the developer so that the developer can retain contractors and begin to get to work on constructing the pools. Once the board enters into this agreement this evening, there's a period of time where there will be specifications, technical specifications that will be exchanged back and forth, the size of the pumps, the locations of the pumps, things like that, that will get worked out. And if there are any, changes to the scope of the project, we would certainly bring them back. But this is the first step so that the contractors can get moving. The board had announced previously that the plan is to open these pools for Memorial Day of 2027, and that will be here sooner than we all think. So thank you.
Very soon. Mr. Diazio, one question. You mentioned it at the end, but I just want to be sure. So some of the details and specifications are things that the township will have input and consultation with the developer on in the coming weeks as this is designed, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? All right. So then I will move. I'm sorry. I just want to look on Zoom for Commissioner Walls. Yeah. Okay. So I will move for approval of the ground lease between Cheltenham Township and Melrose Pool as set forth in item 13A. Other comments or questions on that motion from the board? Anyone from the public? I'm not seeing. Oh, I see Amy.
Yes, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yes.
You have 3 minutes.
Okay. I am curious as to where this Melrose Pool LLC, the bidding process and the actually the name is very curious to me. I've never heard of this business before. And I'd like to suggest that you also get community input on this by the people who you have a perfect opportunity as a commission to do something different, which is to actually, convene a meeting at the pool or to solicit input from the people who use the Conklin pool. Instead of doing this at night and having a brief open period, and actually get some input into what works and what doesn't work. I'm also curious. I don't think that I've seen the where exactly the pool's going to be, and I know this was an issue when I left for vacation, and I have not seen exactly where this pool is going to be. Is it going to be on the site across the street from the school, or is it going to be deeper into the development? So I have a lot of questions. I want to know who to direct those to, and I'd like to know about this contractor also. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Freed. I can answer some of the questions. You're welcome to reach out to the township with the ones that I'm not answering this evening. The location of the parcel is not only has been the subject of numerous meetings, but is also attached to the lease itself. And in terms of the design of the pool, the design has already been, I think, shared as part of the committee process, and certainly, anyone who wants to reach out with feedback, we're certainly willing to hear about it. But because we are not building it, the parameters of what we can do in terms of design are limited, and we probably will not be doing a whole lot of public interaction on the design of the pool itself. However, there are pieces of the property surrounding the pool that will be part of a public engagement process. We're talking about some green space around the pool and how it may be programmed. and you should stay tuned for that. And if you have other questions, please feel free to reach out, and we'll see that we get you the best answers in a expedited fashion. Any other comments from the public on this item? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the ground lease so described, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. There are no other agenda items for the Building and Zoning Committee to bring before the board, so I will simply move for acceptance of the meeting minutes from the July 1st Building and Zoning Committee meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 14, Public Safety Committee met on July 8th. Commissioner Brockington chairs that committee. Commissioner?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, tonight we have 4 items to vote on. We'll provide ordinance numbers, and I apologize for my throat. It's a little bit of my allergies this time of the year. Item 14A, adoption of an ordinance amending Chapter 285, Vehicle and Traffic, Article 4, Scheduled Traffic Regulations, Section 285-43, Street and Parking Regulations of Cheltenham Township Code, to add a stop sign on, it says stop street, I'm assuming it's a stop sign, on Cedar Road at Marvin Road. Are there any questions for any residents or any questions for any commissioners? Mr. President, I believe we need an ordinance number.
Yes, that is ordinance number 2511-26.
Manager Elliott, will you take the roll?
Commissioner Arman,
Aye.
Commissioner Brockington,
Aye.
Commissioner Cherico,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Norris,
Aye.
Commissioner Stein,
Aye.
and Commissioner Jeremy Walls.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. We can move on to item 14B, adoption of an ordinance amending Chapter 285, Vehicle and Traffic, Article 4, Schedule of Traffic Regulations, Section 285-43, Street and Parking Regulation of Cheltenham Township Code, to reduce the speed limit on Ashbourne Road between Mill Road and Front Street from 40 miles an hour to 35 miles an hour. And Mr. President, I believe we need an ordinance number also.
Yeah, Manager Elliott.
That is ordinance number 2512-26.
Any comments or questions on this motion? All right, seeing none, Manager Elliott, will please take the roll.
Yes, Commissioner Arman,
Aye.
Commissioner Brockington,
Aye.
Commissioner Cherico,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Norris,
Aye.
Commissioner Stein,
Aye.
Commissioner Jeremy Walls.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Yes, before we move forward, I do have one question on this item. For Bo, how quickly can we get the signs up reducing the speed limit?
Is on. We'll swap out everything tomorrow that's existing, and any supplemental signs we're adding will be done early next week. We just have to put in the one.
So by next week, they'll be on.
By next week, everything will be done, but by tomorrow afternoon, the 40 miles an hour that are existing will be swapped out to 30.
Okay, thank you very much. So to our residents, slow down on Ashbourne Road. All right, so we're going to move on to item 14.3. Authorize the advertisement of an ordinance amending Chapter 285, Vehicle and Traffic, Article 4, Schedule of Traffic Regulations, Section 285-43, Street and Parking Regulations of the Cheltenham Township Code, to add 15-minute parking only from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the west side of Greenwood Avenue, beginning 100 feet south of Glenside Avenue and ending 155 feet south of Glenside Avenue. Any questions from residents or commissioners on this? Commissioner Lewis.
Yes, thank you. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., is that 7 days a week or Monday through Friday?
Madam.
It is 7 days a week, yes.
Okay, thank you. Question 2, and Commissioner Cherico brought this up at the last meeting. My question is, have we received the financial reports for the parking revenue?
Yes, I have them.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Mr. President, I need a vote on item 3C.
I'll take that as motion, Commissioner.
Yes.
All right. Any comments or questions on item 14C? Additional comments or questions? Anything from the public? All right. See none. All those in favor of authorizing the advertisement of the ordinance so described, say aye.
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 Thank you. Thank you. Last item to vote on tonight, sir. Item 14.4, authorize advertisement of an ordinance amending Chapter 285, Vehicle and Traffic, Article 4, Schedule of Traffic Regulations, Section 285-43, Street and Parking Regulation of Cheltenham Township Code to amend street and parking regulations on Spring Avenue, Montgomery Avenue, Windsor Avenue, and Mill Road, and to create a new street named South Spring Avenue. Mr. President, I call for a vote if there's any comments from commissioners or residents. All right. I like to throw a curveball at you. Yes, I did.
All right. We have no comments or questions on Commissioner Brockington's motion from the board. Any comments or questions from the public? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And then I'd like to call for a vote on the public safety meeting minutes, which were held on July 8th, 2026. President?
We have a motion from Commissioner Brockington for acceptance of the meeting minutes. Any comments or questions from the board? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are done.
Thank you, Commissioner Brockington. Commissioner Cherico chairs Public Affairs, which also met on July 8th. Commissioner Cherico.
Thank you very much. We had a very quick meeting on July 8th, not much to discuss. As such, we have nothing to vote on today, so I'm just going to make a motion to approve the recommendations and the minutes of the Public Affairs Committee.
Quite efficient, Commissioner Cherico.
I try to be.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let's see if you can be as efficient, Commissioner Norris, on the Finance Committee.
No, not quite. The Finance Committee met on July 8th, and I'd like to thank Commissioner Sharon Walsh for chairing that committee during my absence. There are no items that require our attention this evening, so I'm going to move that we approve the minutes of the Finance Committee for July 8th.
Thank you. Any comments or questions on the motion from the board? All right. I do see a member of the public who's raised their hand. So David Flax, you're welcome to provide some comment on the motion to accept the meeting minutes for the Finance Committee.
Yes, just very briefly, I am David Flax from Elkins Park. I just wanted to join my friend Pam Albright, who started the meeting, by thanking the commissioners and our finance officer, Mr. Pitts, for their commitment during that meeting of the Finance Committee to divest from Citizens Bank. I won't go into all of the reasons. I know you all know them, and Pam stated them eloquently at the beginning of the meeting, but we really do appreciate your support for our community, for the immigrants who live in our community and who we welcome to our community through our welcoming policy. And again, thank you for that decision.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. Appreciate it. Any other comments from the public? All right. Seeing none, all in favor of approving the Finance Committee meeting minutes dated July 8th, 2026, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Moving on to item 17, old business. We have no old business agenda items for tonight's meeting, but I will open it up to the board to see if there's any old business that anyone wants to raise. All right, seeing none, we will close old business. And move on to new business. There are a couple of items for our consideration. Item 18A, consider approval of a settlement stipulation between Cheltenham Township, Cheltenham School District, Montgomery County, and the Montgomery County Board of Assessment Appeals and the property owner at 10 Curtis Park Drive to resolve a 2026 real estate tax assessment appeal. There is an attachment. Mr. Diazio, do you want to just give us a quick overview?
Sure. This is a routine settlement stipulation for a tax assessment appeal. This was actually a Cheltenham initiated tax appeal. So this particular settlement stipulation will bring a little bit of additional revenue into the township for this property.
Thank you, Mr. Diazio. With that, I will move for approval of the settlement stipulation. Any comments or questions from the board? No. Any comments from the public? All right, seeing none, all in favor of approving the settlement stipulation, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 18B, consider approval of a settlement stipulation between the township, the school district, Montgomery County, and the Montgomery County Board of Assessment Appeals, and the property owner at 127 East Waverly Road to resolve a 2026 taxpayer-initiated real estate tax assessment appeal. There is an attachment. Mr. Diazio.
Yes, thank you. Same thing here, although this was a taxpayer-initiated appeal, so there was a slight reduction in the tax assessment on this property, which was supported by an appraisal.
Okay, I will move for approval of the settlement stipulation. Are there comments or questions from any members of the board? All right, seeing none. How about from the public? Okay. Then all in favor of approving the settlement stipulation listed in item 18B, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Item 18C, consider approval of a settlement stipulation between Cheltenham Township, Cheltenham School District, Montgomery County, and the Montgomery County Board of Assessment Appeals and the property owner at 8101 Washington Lane to resolve a 2025 taxpayer-initiated real estate tax assessment appeal. And there's an attachment, Mr. Diazio.
Thank you. This is a commercial property on Washington Lane. This property was appraised and there was also a recent sale. There was a reduction in the assessment, but again, it was based on a sale and an appraisal.
Thank you, Mr. Diazio. With that, I will move for approval of the settlement stipulation. Any comments or questions from the board? Anything from the public on this? All right, seeing none, all in favor of approving the settlement stipulation listed in 18C, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Item 18D, authorization to engage the Manor Center to provide transition and consultation services related to the upcoming transition in the Township Manager position at an hourly rate of $125. I assume that's per hour, not to exceed $75,000 beginning July 16th, 2026 and ending no later than December 31st, 2026, unless further extended by the Board of Commissioners. This is just one example of the many things that this board and leadership in the of staff want to engage with in order to make the transition for Mr. Altshul as smooth and efficient as possible, and to allow him to start in the best possible position as he commences his tenure here with the township. So with that, I will move for authorization to engage the Manor Center, who was so critical in the search process and will continue to provide us excellent service as we move forward. Are there comments or questions? Commissioner Cherico.
Sure. I didn't say anything earlier, but we did mention the Manor Center. I'm sorry, Commissioner Stein mentioned the Manor Center. I just wanted to echo her sentiments. Nicole Beckett has absolutely been instrumental in helping us find Mr. Altshul and to work through the process so that we absolutely know we have the right guy for the job. She has been organized. She has been proactive. She has been absolutely everything that we could have dreamed and more. And so I am just so excited that we're going to be able to continue to use her services to make sure that we have a smooth transition. So thanks to Nicole, and also thanks to this board for agreeing to vote and approve this authorization.
Very good. So I will move for authorization Are there other comments or questions from the board? Yeah, Commissioner Lewis, please.
Yeah, to avoid redundancy, but it's important that I say something. And Nicole was our leader, extremely efficient and effective. And from my vantage point, she has the gift of administration and organization, which is key to an efficient and effective process, which led to us selecting an extraordinary township manager. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Lewis. Any other comments? Okay. Then I will, any comments from the public? All right, then I will call for a vote. All those in favor say aye. 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 Thank you. Thank you. All right. Is there any other new business from the board for tonight's legislative meeting, July 15th, 2026? Seeing none, I will close new business. Next item is item 19, Citizens Forum. This is the opportunity for any residents to come up to the podium or raise your hand on Zoom and be heard for 3 minutes. Sir, welcome. Just give us your name, the area of the township where you live, and you'll have 3 minutes.
Jerry Lindauer, over Hill Road. So I was really appreciative of the report from the Finance Committee that everybody's in agreement about closing the accounts at Citizens Bank. But I did have a question since we talked about this, I think last month. Have any of the accounts actually been closed? Has the township's account actually been closed? I know there's a lot of support for that, but I wonder if it's actually happened for any of the accounts yet. Someone was gonna let us know this month.
Yeah, excellent question. I think I promised to let you know what the status was.
You did.
I did. All right, I remember. Manager Elliott.
Sure. I would like to say yes, but it's not for lack of trying. We have been in and out of the bank a number of times, and we found one state payment that came through, and we're trying to find the way to get into the password because it was somebody else's password to be able to make sure it gets changed to the right place so we don't have a random payment going to a bank account and never seeing it again from the state. So like I said, not for lack of trying, but we will be closing that out as soon as we get that payment from the state figured out. So.
Okay, I appreciate that. See you next month.
Keep us honest. Come back next month. Anyone else here in the hall? Okay. How about on Zoom? If you want to make comment for Citizens Forum, raise your hand. We'll recognize you. Going once, twice.
3 times a lady.
There you go. We have a singer on the board. I didn't know that. Commissioner Lewis performs on Wednesdays 3 times a month. All right, we're going to close Citizens Forum, and I will move for adjournment of tonight's July 15th, 2026 Board of Commissioners legislative meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all.